My name is Josephine, and for 10 years I believed I was married to my best friend. We met young, built a life together, and grew into adults side by side. We bought our home together, painted the walls ourselves, and talked about growing old on the same porch. I believed in us with my whole heart. I believed loyalty was our strongest bond. I was wrong. At first, nothing felt obviously broken. The cracks were small, almost invisible. My husband started staying out later than usual. He said work had gotten busy. He said his phone buzzed because people needed him. When I asked questions, he laughed and told me I worried too much. I wanted to be the trusting wife, not the suspicious one. So I pushed my doubts down. Our neighbors lived 2 houses away. We knew them well. We shared backyard barbecues, holiday drinks, and casual chats over the fence. The wife was friendly and loud, always laughing, always touching arms when she spoke. Her husband was quiet and kind. They had children, they felt safe, familiar, like family. That is why I never saw it coming. The day my life changed started like any other. I came home early from work because I felt sick. My head hurt and all I wanted was silence. I unlocked the door quietly and stepped inside. That is when I heard voices upstairs, a woman's laugh, my husband's voice, low and intimate. My heart dropped into my stomach. I walked up the stairs slowly. Each step felt heavy. When I reached the bedroom, the door was open. What I saw there burned into my memory forever. My husband, the neighbor's wife, in my bed. They froze when they saw me. I did not scream, I did not cry. I felt empty, like something inside me shut off to protect me. I asked her to leave. My voice was calm, steady, almost cold. She grabbed her things and rushed past me without saying a word. My husband tried to speak. He said it was a mistake. He said it meant nothing. He said it just happened. 10 years of marriage reduced to excuses. That night I slept in the guest room, not because I forgave him, but because I needed distance to think. Anger came later. First came clarity, the kind of clarity that changes you. Over the next few weeks I paid attention. I stopped confronting him and started observing. I noticed patterns. Late nights always on the same days, messages deleted too quickly, sudden errands that made no sense. I realized the affair was not a moment of weakness. It was a routine. I found messages he forgot to erase, plans, jokes, complaints about me, complaints about her husband. They had built a secret world right under our noses. I learned it had been going on for months. I also learned something that twisted my stomach even tighter. The neighbor's husband had no idea. I thought about him often. About how he trusted his wife the way I trusted my husband. About how he laughed with them at dinners, never knowing he was the joke. He deserved the truth, but I did not rush. I knew acting too fast could cost me everything. Instead, I planned. I saved every message, every photo, every detail. I backed everything up in multiple places. I spoke to a lawyer quietly and learned my rights. I learned what evidence mattered. I prepared myself financially, emotionally, and legally before making a single move. Meanwhile, my husband acted like nothing was wrong. He tried to be extra kind. He brought home flowers. He told me I was overthinking things. Watching him lie so easily hardened something inside me. Then I decided how it would end. I invited the neighbors over for dinner. I also invited a few close friends. I cooked carefully. I smiled. I played the role everyone expected. Halfway through the evening, I stood up and said I had something important to share. The room went quiet. I told the truth. Slowly. Clearly, I showed the messages. I explained the lies. I explained the months of betrayal. I watched faces change as understanding settled in. The neighbor's husband looked like the ground disappeared beneath him. My husband tried to interrupt me. I asked him to stay silent. He finally did. No shouting followed, no chaos, just truth sitting heavy in the room. That night ended everything. Within weeks, I filed for divorce with evidence that left no room for denial. The settlement reflected the damage done. My husband lost more than a marriage. He lost respect. He lost his place in the community. People stopped trusting him. Invitations stopped coming. The neighbor's marriage collapsed too. She moved away not long after. I never heard from her again. I moved into a new place. I rebuilt my routines. I relearned who I was without lies shaping my reality. Healing was not fast, but it was real. I did not destroy anyone out of anger. I simply refused to carry their secrets anymore. Revenge is not always loud. Sometimes it is patient. Sometimes it is truth spoken at the right moment. And sometimes the quiet ending leaves the deepest mark. I am Josephine, and I walked away with my dignity intact.